check if we're live. YouTube. Yeah, lives. Sound check. Okay, il y a un délai, so it's working. Take the sound out. Music out. So that way, see if there's a chat. I'll wait a little bit more, see if there's people's gonna join the chat. Sorry, we tried something different with the Surface. It didn't work, so I had to end the live stream, which it should start in a minute, and we'll how you call it? I'll proceed with the unbox. I see Epstein did not kill himself. He's very cozy. Get all right, so let's go. Hello, Tyler. How you doing? Loud and clear. That's perfect. Thank you for being here. Gonna try to keep it simple and quick. Keep the verbal diarrhea a little low. But if you have questions, go ahead. So I'm gonna proceed basically quickly. I contacted well, a few places because I wanted to find a solution for our in-tank fuel pump. So after a back and forth discussion and sending my original fuel pump that I took off from the car and replaced a while back, I sent it to Deutschwerk. Well, it's just say DW for now. It's just easy. And so we have a part, a bolt-on part that will fit our car. Have more details of it. So I've been hanging to this box for the last 2 days, so I'm gonna dig in right now. Salut Mike Alessi, Monsieur Sport. Double check. Let's do this live before the cat comes. So I have no clue. Well, I have an idea how it looks because I've seen it on the internet. Again, I want to say a special thanks to Dakota Bowen. It's the technician I've been dealing with at DW for this. And he was also happy that I took the time and everything. So it comes in the same box as the injector box. This is the injector that I had a few weeks ago. By the way, I'm gonna have these installed next Wednesday, and I already received from Tori the base data log for these injectors. So I'll just put these here for now. So and let's open. So I'll give you the part number of what I'm gonna be opening. Woohoo! And again, I'll provide you some information that I got with the factory fuel pump versus this one. So basically, this is the DW65C, and this, it's an adapter for the Mitsubishi Evolution 10. I'll explain why this kit is for it, but it does fit a lot of cars. And obviously now more cars since I start digging into it. So this is the pump. This is what's going to be replacing the original Denso fuel pump that's inside our fuel pump assembly. And if you look on the left right now where the cat is, I ordered about a month ago another fuel pump assembly in that box. I'll open it for you guys. You've seen this before. This is the entire fuel pump assembly that this will go in the bottom of that fuel pump assembly. And this is going to be another video because DW and maybe Tori would like to have a step-by-step how to change this one to the fuel pump assembly, the OEM we have in our car. So give you a quick run up. This is a 265 liters per hour fuel pump. You could technically fit the 330 and the 4 something. I don't remember the name. But by doing that, though, you will have to get rid of that little pouch fuel filter that's in our assembly because it's physically bigger and it won't click or whatever. That's what Dakota explained to me. So this is the best bolt-on you could put on it. Nothing to modify. I guess if you go all out race, you could technically put the bigger ones without the filter. But it's a daily. My car is a daily, so I'm not gonna. But it is an improvement. Our factory one, depending on who I talk, which technician, I had 2 different answers, but it's still lower than this one. A Ford Tech told me it was 180, and another place that they do fuel pumps, they told me was 190 liters per hour. Our factory pump. So you could see it's an upgrade for a minimum 75, 80 liters per hour, which is good. And this, by the way, it's quite cheap. It's for me, it cost me $150. That's with shipping and everything. So we give you an idea that it's not too bad as a price. And the Ford pump assembly, I have the cost on the side here. It's $77 US, which tax and everything, and it would cost me maybe $150 to arrive home. And I just want to see if I have the price here for Deutschworks. I have the little paper. Oh, it's here. There you go. I don't know if you could zoom here, camera person. So these are in Canadian, by the way. So it gives you an idea of the pump, and you have the part number and everything. So basically, this little pump is 50%, 60% more expensive than the entire assembly that I will open pretty soon for those who didn't get to see. So this is the technical data. So you'll have 265 liters per hour. And talking to Tori, he told me this is a perfect upgrade for those who don't want to upgrade the turbos. Let's say they have an intercooler, exhaust, data log, let's say with Tuned by James or Unleashed, and they want to run a little bit of ethanol, but you know they may be scared of starving of fuel. This is a perfect cheap upgrade. The injectors here, we're talking about $1,000, and the work to do, and obviously the DI Extreme Pump. These are expensive. I have the HP 35 because when I purchased back then, the HP Evo did not exist. It was the bigger one at 85, whatever it is. I didn't require that much, but this will be a perfect for the fuel system in my setup, especially with the upgraded MKZ Stage 3 turbos. And hopefully I'll be able, once the injectors are in, I'll be able to run some ethanol, at least E30. E30 would be nice. E30, you're about 99 octane. That would be awesome. I'm just going to take a minute here just to read. Hello, Cortez Johnson. How you doing? And unfortunately, the other guy under, I cannot pronounce your name. He looks Russian. So, yeah, start to build. I've watched many. Thank you. I know it just the years pass by and there's so many videos, and I've been quite quiet lately with the new job and everything. I've been so busy. But yeah, so I'm gonna. Epstein and Akin himself. Can you wake up? Can you wake up? I need to open this. Come on, hey, bouge down là. Come on. And I'll open this quickly, show you, and then I'll show you the list of cars that the how you call it, the pump will fit. Is actually you'll be surprised. So this is the pump. You've seen this before in other videos. You've seen this is your floater that will show how you call it, your fuel level. But this pump here is inside this canister. So I'm not gonna do it now because I need tools and everything. So I'm gonna gently separate this, separate that, take the denso out, put this one back in, and off you go. And the filter you cannot see, but it's right here on the bottom. So the other, I guess let's say the DW, well, the 330, it's a little longer. So you need more space, it won't fit. So I'm just gonna put this pump back here. That's gonna be for another video. All right, so look at this here. This is a list of all the cars that fits. Okay, you could see the kit I have here. It's basically for the 08 to 2015 Mitsubishi Evo 10 or X, whatever. Will fit all the basically the Mazda 3s, Speeds, and 6. Some on the Civics, on the Accord. Sorry about that. All right, so go down the list on the Accord, all the Tundra, basically all the Tundras, V6, V8s, whatever, and the Jeep Wrangler. Now, I'm just going to go back on the top. The Ford Fusion Sport, the Lincoln MKZ front-wheel drive. The reason I put it there, well, obviously the Fusion, but because the for the assembly part, it's exactly the same. It's the Motorcraft PFS1105. Now you'll probably see, let's say, an MKZ with a 3.0 or 2.7. They'll have like a PSS 1111, 04, or 11. I personally think the pump itself, it's the same. This pump will be the same. It's just the assembly. The entire assembly per se will be a little different. I'm sure this probably will fit the Ford Edge 2.7 and any other EcoBoost of the same family. Basically, I would say the sedans. I almost guarantee this will fit on also. The reason I didn't put on the list because I'm not 100% sure guarantee, but it's always something that you may want to try out one day if ever you're starving of fuel and you need to change the fuel pump. There was another thing I wanted to say. I should have taken note, but I forgot. Man, I just don't remember now. Hey, salut Matteo! Pardon! T'es v'là des billets! Matteo is there. Yeah, so cool. So I'm just glad I push forward, talk to these people. The only downside with this on the Ford, not on the Lincoln MKZ front-wheel drive, I don't think that's a problem, but for the Fusion Sport, we have to do the work from under the car. We have no easy access under the seat cushion. So we have to do everything under the car, and we have to remove the dry shaft to drop the pan. You're looking at, if you have a hoist, and you take your time and all that, and with an empty tank, don't show up in the garage with a full tank. You know, a good 2 hour, 2.5 hours of work to do the job. So I would strongly recommend, especially if it's the second time you're going to dismantle your dry shaft, replace the little bolts, the 6 bolts that comes in pair with that C-clip. Look at older videos regarding what parts you need when you change your turbos. Part numbers in there. Change those bolts. Seriously, they're meant to be changed every time you take them out or whatever. So if you have any questions, go ahead. I think I chat enough. And I'm just glad to have this new part available for us. And again, it's not that expensive. You're talking about 150 Canadian dollars, about that. And it's a cheap insurance for those who, like me, the fastest Fusion Sport, V8 Slayer, Stefan, all of us who will upgrade, basically those who upgraded the turbos, and with the pump, and we're running out of fuel. Now, I did not try to set up with just the pump and injectors, but it doesn't matter. I figure might as well change the intake pump and give the system a chance. I think more than that, if you go with bigger pumps and big injectors or that, I think we're at the limit of the rods. For all I know, at least two in our community, they're 2.7 gone bye-bye. Um, some were use of heavy ethanol. I'm telling you right now, I recommend people not to run more than E40. You should keep it at max E40, but that's just my view on things because ethanol is very hard on a lot of stuff. And if you look at the pump assembly, this thing is entire in the water, and these wires here, uh, they were not meant for flex fuel. They'll tolerate some ethanol, but when you start doing E70, 75, E80, whatever, these will have premature wear. So I would keep E30, E40 max, um, because our EcoBoost are not flex fuel. What else I wanted to say? That's about it, man. Seriously. Um, there's a lot of stuff. The cat is helping out, yeah. He's just chilling, His belly is full. Nope. His belly is full, so he's happy. I just didn't want him because he would be. He's very angry when he. Would this work with the MKZ 3.0 all-wheel drive? Again, Mike, that's a good question. Unfortunately, I can only guarantee the front-wheel drive MKZ because it's the same part number for the entire assembly, the fuel assembly. But I'm almost 99% sure it will fit. It will fit because there's Ford is not going to have 26 different pumps. I'm pretty sure that inventory. Unfortunately, you cannot order just this, just this pump when you replace your assembly. Think about it. The assembly is only $75 US. The entire assembly. Let's put it 100 Canadian. So, yeah, it would be not cost effective, I think, for just to have this, and just in labor, it would cost more. I'm trying to think about it. Yeah, if you drop the tank again, I just want to make sure replace those 6 bolts. And if let's say you drove your car every winter, you have it, and you never anti-rust protection or crown or Z-Bar, whatever treatments are out there, maybe think about changing your tank straps. Mine were in mint, so I do crown treat my car, and I do use it in winter, but sparingly. I don't use it all the time. So think about, yeah, I really wish, Mike, I could tell you, yeah, it will fit the all-wheel drive. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say 98.9% it will fit. It's just you have to be very patient to install this in the assembly, because you don't want to break any wire, because I'll show it in another video, but this will slightly extend up, and you'll be able to slightly pull this out without removing any wires or cutting. Some has little clips like this, fine, but there's some wires you won't be able to unhook, and like this accordion thing will extend, but you cannot, it's like heat shrink or whatever. So you gotta be careful when you're gonna do this. And I recommend to do it on a new assembly. Don't do it in your assembly that you already have your car. Even if you leave this a few days outside to drive, there's always gas left in this where the pump is actually. Look at the container. So hey, I'm glad to do this video. I'm glad to show you this part. I think there's some people out there who already install a Walbro, whatever. They make it fit. I heard somebody make it fit. So for me, make it fit, that means he took off his fuel filter that's on the bottom of this thing. There's a fuel filter on the bottom of this device. So I cannot recommend running a street car with no fuel filter. unless you put an external fuel filter, but even then, where is it gonna stop? So that's it for me for tonight. I have not much else to say. I'm just reading the comments now. We're good. I'm sure I'm gonna have all kinds of questions later on about that, but I'll keep you posted, and I'll have my non-patient Italian friend help me install this on the pump. It's always nice to have somebody who swears in French. So that's it. That's all. Thank you, and talk to you soon.